Piers Morgan Uncensored exploded into hysterical chaos as Cenk Uygar absolutely trashed historian and liberal pollster Allan Lichtman over his delusion predicting the 2024 election in what is one of the more hilarious moments that I've seen on the internet in the clip that you're about to see. Since Matt Gaetz was nominated for Attorney General, The View has spent their days trashing Matt Gaetz. Well, get this. They just had to release a legal statement that, best of all, Sonny Hostin, literally looking like a hostage, has to read. You're going to love it. And finally, Jim Jordan absolutely tore FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell apart as he questioned her using damning evidence that revealed specific protocols to refuse aid to Trump supporters in Western North Carolina. Her answers are despicable. I'm Zach Costello, and this is The Zach Costello Show. The View has been spewing lie after lie about Matt Gaetz since he was nominated for Attorney General, and you know that they were served something serious if they were forced to release this statement. And best of all, Sonny Hostin has to read it. Watch this.
Okay, Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism, that DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
Hostin literally looks like a hostage having to read this. But look at it this way. I bet that Trump Attorney General nominee Matt Gaetz and his team sent them a little something, and look at what it turned Sonny Hostin into. If he can get her to fall in line and behave like this, well, perhaps he really will make a good Attorney General. And we really, really need a good, savage Attorney General to go after, FEMA. Jim Jordan presenting damning evidence to the FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell and questioned her over aid teams being instructed to refuse helping Trump supporters. And this is based on whistleblower testimony that Jordan brings up here. Listen to what she has to say about it. And at the end of this, listen to the warning that FEMA leadership allegedly, according to these whistleblowers, gave the field teams about the people in Western North Carolina.
Administrator Criswell, is Miss Washington lying to us?
Ms. Washington has...
She said it's common practice. You said it's reprehensible and isolated. Both statements can't be true. So someone's not giving us the facts, and I'm kind of trying to figure out who's not telling the truth.
The actions that Ms. Washington took were unacceptable.
Well, you had another employee. Now, they remain anonymous, but I think one of my colleagues pointed this out earlier. A FEMA official who spoke on condition of anonymity said Ms. Washington likely received, quote, very clear guidance from her supervisors. Is that not that person lying too?
I have not received any evidence outside of the screenshot that Ms. Washington directed.
So those
her
two people
team.
are wrong. They're not telling the truth to us.
We are currently investigating this
But that's
issue
not what
and
you said.
bringing
You
in
said
the
this is
IG.
isolated, reprehensible, hasn't happened. This is the only time. And they're saying, nope, 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 it's commonplace.
I am saying that FEMA's mission is to help all people.
Well, let's look at
before,
maybe
during,
the
and
best
after
evidence we have
disasters.
is the actual screenshot. Can you put the screenshot up on the screen? Let's look at what the text message said. The text message said, implement best practices. Like, this is the best practices. We're going to implement them. And they talk about making sure you're going in pairs or with more than one person, avoid the Trump homes, drink your water, take your towel, coconut waters. So stay hydrated, walk with someone else, and don't go to the Trump homes. It seems pretty common and matter of fact in the actual evidence we do have, the text message itself. But you're still saying Miss Washington and this other person aren't telling the truth.
When I received this text message, it was not in accordance with the way we conduct business at FEMA.
You talked to there's
and
13 people on this text message. Have you talked to all 13 of those individuals?
This incident is under investigation.
That's not what I asked you. I
Office-
know it's under investigation. We know how investigations work when it's done inside the agency. It takes forever. I'm asking, did you talk to the 13 people on this best practices text message?
The Office of Professional Responsibility has taken this, and they are following appropriate protocol to investigate.
Is the Inspector General looking at it as well?
And I have asked the Inspector General to take a look at this. I
Any
welcome
idea
their review.
when they're going to talk to these 13 people since you have it? Have you talked to, how about you personally? Have you talked to any of these 13 people?
I have not talked to them.
You have not talked to
personally.
any of
I have
them?
an entire team that focuses on this investigation, and that's what they're doing.
Seems to me it's part of a mindset that's in government. And this is the scary part, because I think it's broader. And you don't have to take my word. Take it what people have said. I mean, this reminds me, we've talked about this many times, but I can think of, well, actually the same person, let's go back to that, the same person who said that this likely received very clear guidance, this other FEMA official, also said this: I've heard from other entities who were serving in North Carolina that there was clear guidance to be mindful, quote, of the types of people who are in Western North Carolina.
Be mindful of the types of people who live in Western North Carolina. This is utterly despicable. And did you get those answers from her? Yeah, me neither. Nothing. Of course she has no answers. There is no accountability within this government. Every bureaucrat says the same old thing. We are looking into it. It's under investigation. I have a team looking into it. And then nothing. This is precisely the kind of crap that the American people are tired of. And finally, the grand finale. Piers Morgan Uncensored exploded into hysterical chaos as liberal historian and pollster Allan Lichtman tried to make this excuse as to why he was so wrong about the 2024 election. Whose fault is it that his predictions were wrong? You're going to love this.
Why did my keys miss? Because my keys are based upon the proposition that a pragmatic, rational electorate decides whether or not the White House party is governed well enough to get 4 more years. That was exploded this time by a new wave of disinformation that we've never seen before, in addition to the usual sources of disinformation.
Okay, you got that? His models, his keys are based on a pragmatic, rational, logical American voter. But this time, we were irrational because of, all the disinformation. He doesn't know how to predict us illogical dummies, guys. But, I'll give credit where credit is due. Cenk Uygar absolutely goes off on this man. And get out your popcorn for this one.
I debated Professor Lichtman before. I told him his theories about the keys were absurd. I was right. He was wrong. I said he'd lose his keys.
No, you were
Couldn't
not
find
right,
them
and
before
I
the
was
election.
not wrong. And that's a cheap shot, and I won't stand for it.
Well, who won, brother?
You should not be
Who
taking
won?
cheap
Who
shots
won?
at me.
Who
you
won?
want to make your
You
point,
live
make your
in
point.
a total
Don't make it
world of
personal.
denial.
I read your own followers' comments, and they all trashed you, every one of them, and supported me.
Yeah,
so quiet
right,
with
right.
your personal
yeah,
attacks.
come find out again.
Make whatever
Okay.
point you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Look,
make
you,
it
you
personal.
don't know anything. You don't know
You
anything.
attacked me
You
personally.
You're so deluded.
Oh, right. I've only
Okay.
been a
Can I
professor
just-
for 51 years.
On this program,
published
I've never been
13
able
books.
to finish a
How many
thought.
books have you published? No, because you're personally
Yeah.
attacking me again. Say whatever you want, but I'm not going to
Okay,
stand
but
for
brother,
personal
you got it
attacks.
wrong.
Say
you were
whatever you want.
preposterously and stupidly wrong. So, okay, all right. Can I just
Don't
finish a
call me
goddamn thought
stupid.
ever on this show?
No, not if you're
Okay,
personally
well,
I
you proved
admitted
it.
I was wrong. I don't need you to call me stupid.
Okay.
Can I just say, it's great to see
nonsense
you
is that?
Democrats
Yeah, I
all
know.
getting
Who
along
taught
so
you
well.
manners?
It's lovely to
You
see a
one. Can I
post-election
finish a
harmony as you all
goddamn
come
point?
together
We're
again.
just
Hey,
one
Alan,
right now.
shh. Hey, Alan, you deserve a tall glass of shut-up juice, so can you just shut up for a second and let someone who knows what
Not
they're
if
doing
you're
so
gonna
right,
personally
Piers.
attack
You're
me.
so right.
So-
We're so
Make any
unified right
point
now.
Okay.
you want.
So-
I will not sit here and stand
So-
for personal attacks, for blasphemy against me. You don't need to do that. You don't boost your
Blasphemy
ego
against you?
by
Who the hell are
attacking
you?
me
Are you
like that.
Jesus
Just
Christ,
make
you
your points.
loser? Okay, can I...
Oh, blasphemy. Who are you? Jesus Christ, you loser. Oh my gosh. This is hilarious. Guys, this is a panel of leftists. This is a panel of Democrats. And they have completely turned on each other. You love to see it. America is truly becoming great again. I'm Zach Costello, and this is the Zach Costello Show.